Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome here to the post-game press conference of the 2022 FIBA EuroBasket Day 2 matchup here in Group A between Spain and Georgia. I'm currently now with head coach Sergio Scariolo and Juancho Hernan Gomez of Spain. Can we just kindly ask that you put all your phones on silent? When we have times for questions, please could you introduce yourself and the news agency that you represent. Coach, excellent win here tonight. Very dominant performance. Just an opening statement from your perspective as head coach.
Good evening. Just a good game. Another step forward. I think the difference came from our bench. You might see the difference in the bench scoring. I'm delighted with the performance of our backups, all of them. First half we got a little bit out of rebounded. And we didn't hit shots. We had 3 for 17 by 3. They were open shots. I mean, they were good shots. I want my guys to take the shots every night. Unfortunately, those shots didn't go in. Second half, we had over 50%, I guess, on threes, so was better. We know that we are overall pretty small, so we need to be able to attack the paint and to kick the ball out most of the time and hit those shots. Apart from that, I'm pretty satisfied with the performance of our players. All of them, they try hard. Some better, some other worse. But I see everybody locked in. I see everybody committed, and this is the main thing. Then, of course, we'll be able to face different challenges in the future, but now we have to just focus on tomorrow game. It's a back-to-back. It's very unusual. I'm not too let's say in favor of playing back-to-back in national team competition, but it is what it is. So we have to rest, prepare, and then we might take a break after tomorrow game, hopefully.
Juancho, congratulations on a collective performance from you and your teammates. Just an opening statement from your perspective as a player tonight of your team's win against Georgia.
Every player who stepped on the court knows our game plan. We share the ball. We didn't shoot well, but as coach said, we're gonna take the shots with confidence, generate for other players, and keep trusting. And I think we did a great job on defense, trying to shut down McFarlane and these guys, and we're happy, but we gotta get ready for tomorrow.
We'd like to open the floor for 2 questions in English, please, and then we will transfer over to questions in Spanish. Over there.
Hi, Coach. Graham Hiscock, FIBA English commentator. Just 4 turnovers tonight. Can you just speak about how happy you are with that?
Well, I'm happy because we dished 23. I'm happy because we dished 23 assists. I mean, the ratio is honestly amazing. But even the turnovers number itself, it's pretty remarkable. But even more if we consider that we dished 23 assists versus 4 turnover, which is huge, honestly huge. I'm really satisfied about that. We talked before the game a lot about their size and how we had to try not to throw difficult passes through the paint. Sometimes we did it in the preseason in the windows, looking for difficult passes inside, and we stayed away from that tonight, and the result is pretty well reflected by those numbers you mentioned.
Last question in English over there for Remus before we transfer over to Spanish.
Remus Lacis, FIBA. Coach, Rudy Fernandez surpassed San Epifanio today in games played for Spanish national team. With that sort in mind, what would you say about Rudy's performance still at this age, you know, with 240 games played and the way he contributes for your team?
Well, any other word is probably repeating the same stuff, right? Because it's very difficult to be original with Rudy. I've been coaching him since 2009. You know how many times I had to say how tough competitor it is. He is how committed he is to play with the national team. How incredible vocal and example leader he's been for his teammates. One of his teammates were a little bit struggling tonight. He was by him. He was trying to help. I mean, it's really, if it's possible, even surprising me from this point. He understood that he's the only, you know, old Buccaneer left from the pirate ship, and he's really committed into trying to bring the heritage to this guy who have been already with him and who know what we are talking about, and especially with the new guys. We have so many players first time here in this kind of competition. So second ever in the history of a big national team like Spain is probably giving him the final ticket to be considered a legend, but he's still there. He's competing. He's producing, and he's leading. So he's still a player. We will take some more time before giving him that cap of just a legend.
Vamos a tener las preguntas en españoles.
María Victoria Albertos, de Mediaset. Sergio, decías antes del partido que le pedías a tu equipo intensidad en defensa para contrarrestar su juego interior, también para que McFadden no tuviera su tarde. El equipo ha respondido, pero conociéndote lo exigente que eres, ¿estás contento con la actuación de tu equipo?
Bueno, si jugáramos con esta intensidad y esta generosidad todo el campeonato, estaré contento. Durante el campeonato uno no puede estar contento, puede estar satisfecho, puede comprobar que hay cosas que están funcionando cada vez mejor, que la actitud de los jugadores es muy buena, que hemos, creo, otra vez creado entre todos, ¿no? un conjunto, un sistema, y eso es de lo que uno puede estar satisfecho. Pero yo creo que la palabra contento la utilizaría solo sencillamente si seguiremos con esta actitud. Luego habrá montañas más altas y ya veremos.
José Vicente Arnaiz, de Radio Nacional. Para Juancho, te quería preguntar, por aquí, al fondo a tu derecha, al descanso os vais con un porcentaje de tres aciertos de 17 tiros, volvéis después en el tercer cuarto, hacéis 5 de 6. ¿Cómo haces un poco para no perder la confianza en esos tiros que estabais tomando y pensar que tarde o temprano tienen que entrar?
Bueno, la confianza tiene que estar siempre. Si son buenos tiros y hemos movido bien el balón, tienes que tirar esos tiros por el bien del equipo. Hemos cogido bastantes rebotes ofensivos el primer tiempo después de los tiros, después de haber movido la defensa, de buscar al hombre abierto, de no ser egoístas, y tenemos que seguir tirando esos tiros. Confiamos mucho en cada tiro. Si tienes un buen tiro y estás abierto, tienes que tirarlo con la mayor de las confianzas. Si vas 0 de 6, 0 de 7, tienes que seguir tirando porque es bueno para el equipo. Y todos confiamos en el uno y en el otro. Entonces eso es muy importante en este equipo.
Tenemos tiempo para 2 más preguntas.
Buenas noches, José Ramón Alba, de Base CB. Una pregunta para cada uno. Sergio, el momento en el que Jaime ha tenido 2 faltas seguidas, la personal y la técnica, y luego se ha repuesto con un mate al contraataque, ¿cómo es para ti, viendo también cómo ha sido el partido, que ha sido un poco eso, cada vez que Georgia apretaba respondías con todo y llegando a superar hasta el punto de lo que hemos visto al final del partido? Y para ti, Juancho, ver el nivel que está tu hermano Billy, el crecimiento que ha tenido, que está como un jugador principal, ¿cómo es para ti vivirlo todo esto a su lado?
Bueno, confiamos en Jaime, si no, no lo hubiésemos llamado siempre y nos hubiésemos llevado hasta aquí. Yo cuando le llamé la primera vez en una ventana le dije, tienes pinta de haber llegado para quedarte. Y lo mismo Joel, porque como decía, en estos días, todavía están muy jóvenes lamentablemente, han llegado, respecto a otros compañeros que ya habían jugado muchos partidos importantes a su edad, ellos no han jugado mucho, pero para eso yo creo que eso tiene más mérito aún, ¿no? De poder enseñar carácter, competitividad, concentración, porque eso es muy importante. Cuando no tienes mucho vivido de estas situaciones, de táctica, de cosas, tienes que estar muy atento, prepararte muy bien, porque las cosas no te salen tan automáticas, ¿no? Luego, por supuesto, de vez en cuando cometen algún error de exceso de euforia, de juventud, pero es una parte importante de nuestro futuro, y esta competición básicamente está hecha para que los jugadores, digamos, que tenían un rol complementario o más complementario, puedan afianzarse, y para los que no tenían ningún rol, demostrar que pueden tenerlo, ¿no? Y creo que están haciendo buenos pasos en esa dirección.
La verdad que soy el primero que estoy súper feliz de que mi hermano esté a este nivel. Desde hace muchos años sabía el potencial que tenía, ha estado muchos años aprendiendo de los mejores. Venir a la selección y aprender de Felipe, aprender de Pau, de Marc, ha sido una clase magistral. Ha estado muchos veranos aprendiendo, muchos años en la NBA aprovechando su oportunidad, trabajando en la sombra, y a mí no me sorprende. Estoy muy orgulloso de él, de que haya aceptado este desafío, de poder ayudarle, de poder motivarle, de tanto Scariolo también, de poder exigirle siempre lo mejor. Es por el cariño que le tiene y porque puede darlo. Entonces no se tiene que conformar con eso, tiene que seguir apretando y tiene que seguir liderándonos. Hemos construido un gran equipo alrededor suya, y él tiene que seguir jugando con esta intensidad, y eso es un poco de presión, pero creo que puede hacerlo muy bien, y la verdad que soy el primero en estar muy orgulloso y muy feliz por él, que le salgan bien las cosas.
Due to timing, we're going to have to end this press conference here for Spain. Coach Scariolo, Juancho Hernan Gomez, congratulations and thank you for joining us. Well, welcome back, everybody, now to the post-game press conference here in Tbilisi, Georgia, for the 2022 FIBA EuroBasket Group A fixture between Georgia and Spain. Can I quietly ask that you turn your mobile phones on silent, and when it comes to questions, if you can state your name, please, and the people that you are writing for. Currently now here with head coach Ilias Zouros and Duda Sanadze. Coach, tough game tonight. Just a opening statement from your perspective, from your team's performance.
First of all, I would like to apologize, for our performance. It was terrible the way how we fight, and this is not correct from our side. Fighting spirit was zero today. We tried for, I will say, 20 something minutes, but in front of the people, in front of the country, we didn't react well. It was terrible because to lose from a very quality team is normal, because there is no question about the quality of Spain is one of the top teams. Reminder for everybody that we miss 6 days before EuroBasket the best player, the best leader in the team, Shengelia. Goga Bitadze couldn't play today. He tried, he had problem. But not to fight is the biggest problem. It's not the way how we score or we play or whatever. We didn't fight. If we want to qualify it, we need to fight. With this kind of defense, you cannot win anybody. This is no defense. Today we didn't play defense. Only the shirts were on the second half on the court. Only the shirts. Thanks a lot to the people who support us. And even there was a big difference. They were in the stands singing, for the team. Good luck to Spain for the upcoming games. And I hope very soon our players to understand that without fighting, you cannot gain anything, not in basketball, in life. Nothing is coming easy. Nothing is coming easy. You have to fight. You have to play. It's a war. Outside is a war. But today you came for a friendly game. We didn't came for an official game.
Duda, just an opening statement from your perspective as a player.
It was a very disappointing game because we had a lot of silly mistakes that we cannot afford against a team like Spain. Like coach said, we fought only maybe 10 minutes in the whole 40 minutes. So it's against Spain. You cannot have those mistakes and not to fight, So we are really disappointing. It's on us because you cannot teach effort. But I'm really positive because we have 3 more games ahead and we have good chance to qualify. So everybody is positive and we know we can get it done. So just to improve, just to fight more and not only just 10 minutes. And we'll be fine because we have quality and we know we can qualify.
I'd like to open up now for questions. Could you please state your name and the article you're working for over there at the back?
Georgian Public Broadcasting, Nicolas Baradze. Coach, tomorrow it's a very important game against Turkey. First of all, how is Goga's injury? Can he play tomorrow? And how do you look for tomorrow's game?
Okay, I don't know about Goga's injury. It's something that we go day by day, hour by hour. On the warm-up, they told me that he can play. He tried, he was limping, he couldn't run. He's out. I don't know, for us, I don't know if he's going to play tomorrow. Maybe it's better not to play and to be ready for the upcoming games instead of playing and to feel more pain for the last 2 games. I don't know. We're going to see about that. Okay, we play against a great team. Turkey is, I will say, one of the favorite teams in our group. This is something that we know. We played against them. They have big talent. They have great coach. It's a very difficult game for us. We have to fight. This is the only thing that we want. First of all, we have to fight. Before the game, you cannot say anything about, the result. Quality-wise, they are better, for sure. On the other hand, fighting is something that we have to do. And then we can see what we can do. I don't accept you know, not to fight, especially not to play defense.
Edwin Stefan, Basket News.
Edwin Stevlanskas, basketnews.com. I have a question for coach. Toko Shingele joined the team today. Could you describe, even without him playing, what kind of an impact does he give to the team? How does he maybe inspire the others? Could you just share those thoughts?
First of all, we are extremely happy because Toko will not make a surgery, and this is, you know, great. This great news for us that the player will come back soon and will not lose the season or a lot of months, you know. This is something important. On the other hand, you know, he is the leader of the team, he is the captain. He knows how to talk to the players. We need him. It's very important for us that he is here, you know, supporting the team. He knows how to talk to the players, especially in the locker room. But unfortunately, he's not on the court. It's something that we are missing. Because it's different when you prepare a team and you prepare a different style of game, because this is something that everybody has to understand. We prepare a different style of game. We prepare something with more motion, with Toko as a point forward, creating from outside, creating from inside, and everybody was functioning excellent. Unfortunately, in these qualification games for the World Championship, we got this injury, and we miss him in the main tournament of EuroBasket.
Question here, please.
Καληνύχτα, coach. José Ramón Alba, Tebas RCB. Talking about maybe the man of the game in the shadows for Spain, like Jaime Pradilla, in the moment that received 2 fouls in a row, then answered with a tremendous dunk over your defense. You didn't have had the chance to face him as a coach of Prometheus Patras, but the talent he showed today probably was one of the key reasons for the win of Spain, and tomorrow you'll face another young, probably for sure more talented than him, which is Alperen Şengün. How is for you to face this situation? Thanks.
Okay. Before we started the tournament, everybody was talking about the big alignment that we were using and why we were using that. In modern basketball, if you don't control the boards, if you cannot control the position 3, 4, 5, it's very difficult to play. Unfortunately, today we missed one player. Goga Bitadze couldn't play. He played very few minutes. So we went with small alignment. I will say that it was also very difficult for us to guard Para, who creates big problems for us from the low post. I mean, not only scoring, but creating for his teammates. It's something that we knew, but at the same time it was difficult to handle because we wanted also to share a little bit the time. It's a long tournament, many games. We couldn't use the players, you know, for a long time, especially our bigs. So we tried to share the time to be a little bit more fresh for the upcoming games. I repeat one more time, Spain has big talent, big experience, because everybody can check, you know, the experience that they have, the players, for example, from Spain, and the experience that they have our players in our roster.
I'd like to open up
It's
now.
not, excuse me, it's not a problem for us, you know, again, I repeat, the talent, important is fighting spirit. I don't like, you know, Georgia national team not to fight. You can lose games, you can lose by 20. You can lose by 20, but you have to fight. You have to dive to the floor. You have to do everything on the court to make fouls. We didn't make fouls. You have to make fouls.
Reinis Lācis, FIBA. Coach, Andro Nikashvili was perhaps a bright side to this game, stepping up at a young age. Can you tell us more what he has done in the past to earn your trust and get a starting position in such an important game?
Rati is a talented player. He's a player who didn't play in official game, or I don't know if he played a few minutes. He played, I think, here in Georgia in one game. So he didn't play in European basketball except our national team. The problem is that he doesn't have the experience, unfortunately, as other players in his age. So he has some ups and downs. It's very normal. But I believe that if he works, if he is trying more defensively, because he has the talent to play defense, I believe. He has long hands, he can do good things. He can have a good future. But important is to learn and at the same time to play well for the team. This moment we need, to run our offense with more passes. We need to move the ball more. And this is something that we need from our point guards, because as I said before, we had another point guard who was Toko. Now we need our point guards to create for all the others. And this is something that we are missing.
I'd like to open up now for just a few more questions here in Georgian so we can allow Coach and Duda to get out of here.
Mr. Head Coach, we understand that you are disappointed because first two games was very important, but there was two different style teams. But anyway, tournaments going on. We have still chance to qualify next round. I want to ask you what we have in our basket. What can we show the public for tomorrow? Because before tournament, the spectators think that Georgia-Turkey game will be the key match of this group stage.
I will not say that the two games, they were more important than other games. And I will not say that the game of tomorrow is the most important game also for us. It's against a very good team again, with very big quality. Many players in the NBA, many players in EuroLeague. Shane Larkin is, 2 times in a row champion in Europe, in EuroLeague. They know how to play. They have big size. They have good three-point shot. It's going to be a very difficult game. We're not targeting only one game. We're targeting, all the games. We have to try to do our best in all the games. Now we're coming closer to the end. We don't know how many wins you need to qualify to Berlin. For us, our goal is to qualify to Berlin, and we have to do our best for that. So it's one more game for us, but the only thing that I would like to see tomorrow is the fighting spirit. You can lose a game, but you need to fight.
I'd like to go final question actually for Edvinas here for Basket News so we can allow coach and player to leave.
Thank you. Coach, it was a special game today for Rudy Fernandez. It was his 240th game for Spain, which made him the second most capped Spanish player. You met him as a coach previously in the EuroLeague, so could you just share your words about him? What made him so special? Maybe you have some memory about him, so just anything.
Okay, normally we cannot say anything except congratulations, because he had a brilliant career, so many years on the court, trying to do his best with his team, with the national team, every time giving the 100%. Great, great player. I cannot say anything more. Okay, our first game in EuroLeague was, first game was Real Madrid Olympiacos. I was also against Sergio. Rudy is a great player. I cannot say anything, about his career. His numbers, his quality talks by itself. it's great that these kind of players, they continue to play basketball, they continue to inspire young players, because it's very important, you know, these kind of players to show to the youngers how they made it with the hard work, because everything comes from hard work. Especially the young generation, they avoid to work so hard as the previous players in the past, that they were spending hours and hours on the court.
Due to timing, we must now end this press conference. Thank you so much to the coach and player here for Georgia. All the best to you.